So it's the first day after the first night of practice. It's the first time we really get to have a look at the bikes since they've been on track and experienced what they go through on a night's practice. So today we've stripped the bikes down, but not to a point where we're touching stuff that we don't want to upset or potentially break. The more you mess with, the more potential there is for things to go wrong. So we like to just do minimal, but at the same time we're checking as much as we can as a precautionary, just to make sure nothing goes wrong or nothing's broken overnight. It's the first time they've experienced the road, the track. They did a lot of miles last night. I think both bikes did 3 laps each, so we did a fair bit. So it's nice to see what's wearing, what's breaking, what's not breaking, and generally giving them a good service ready for the next night of practice.
Any changes or anything?
No massive changes. We've got a suspension guy here from Bachubo. He likes to go through things to check his side. There might be a couple of little tweaks here and there, but overall we were quite happy and quite impressed with what we did on the first night. So it gives us a good place to start tonight, and we can really then push on for the rest of practice week and see if we can make some massive gains and get James up to where we need him to be before the races start.
What have we got here then?
This is Fenton we called him, which we probably shouldn't have done, but sort of suits him now. He's our scruffy 4th child almost that he's caused us in his lifetime. He's caused. Come here. It's your moment of fame. He's calmed down a lot now. He's nearly 8. I think he's 8-ish. But yeah, he's pretty good now. It's just he came with us probably about 5 years ago. Ruined his opportunity to come back because he ran off a few times now. But he's chilled out now, so he's good enough to come and have a little holiday with us on the Isle of Man and enjoy himself.
What's that?
It's no bad dogs, it's just bad parents. Very. We're nearing the end of what we call the prep session on it's Tuesday. Had to remind myself there. We've had a busy day, to be honest. We've had the bikes part, done as much as we can, looking for potential broken parts or parts that are maybe worn or need replacing, and just making sure everything's absolutely okay, ready for tonight. But at the same time, we've had to go and weigh our fuel tanks, which means weighing them empty, weighing a certain amount of fuel, and then weighing the tank's fuel just to measure the capacity. We're not allowed to have fuel tanks that are over 24 litres, so we've had to go and make sure that's complete before we get towards the races. So that's a job done, both absolutely fine. And then we've literally just got back from having the total bike weighed with empty fuel tanks and used tyres, just so we've got a gauge of what the bike would be like at the end of a race. That's quite an important thing, because if you are in the top 6, they weigh your tanks for the fuel capacity and they weigh the bikes. And if there's anything wrong with that type of stuff, then you are disqualified. So it's nice to get them bits ticked off early in the week, and then we're pretty settled for the rest of the week, and we can just crack on with settings and making sure the bike's perfect. And that's it, about it.
So scrutiny is next.
Scrutiny is next. Shortly, I think. We're still waiting for a call on what they're actually doing with tonight's session. It might go, it might not. It's depending on whether the ground's still wet, there's still clouds in the sky, so I think it's just a bit of a waiting game. They might leave it till 8 o'clock. They might not run it at all, but we've got to be ready for everything. So yeah, we'll finish getting the bits ready, and then we'll see what happens.
Go with the team. Yeah. That's great. Thank you, James.
Yes. Don't give him any ideas.
full of ideas already.
Did you like that? Hey, you're going to get one of those. Did your daddy got his wallet?
Right. Have a good week. Thank you.
All right.
Good luck.
I was on that one.
Yeah. Child labour, look, we'll just get... This is my youngest son. What's your name? Arthur. He's crashed already, look.
Oh no.
Get him involved in... You helping? It's, what do you prefer? What do you prefer, here or school?
Here.
Are you sure?
What about your friends at school?
My friends aren't here.
They're not here. Should we swap? Should we just swap?
Change.
You hold that one still for a minute, yeah?
Are you putting that?
I'm going to put this one in now.
I want to do the screws.
You want to do the screws?
You want to do the screws?
Yeah, put this up against here, look. Go that side and you can do the spindle.
Yeah, big push, this bit. Push it in. I help. That's it. Then we're going to put this one on this side. I'm going to screw that in. Screw that all the way in. Keep going until it stops. And then we're going to put this to 60. You see the little numbers? Put your hand here with me. Ready? We're going to go up until it clicks. Did it click? That's it. That's tight. If it's tight, the wheels keep turning. Now put one hand on there and one hand there. That's it. A little bit more. Have you? You've used this before? Okay, right. Stop. Now the bottom one. Right, stop. After, pull the handle up at the bottom. Now pull it down. That's it. That's enough. Good job. Nice one.
That's it. Well done, mate.
Well done, mate.
Well, it's day 2 here at TT24. What was a very miserable day has actually somewhat changed. The forecast wasn't good, but the sun's come through a little bit, and they've just called the first bikes up for scrutineering. So it looks like we could be going. So the boys have been on it all day anyway, and I've been sort of milling around and probably inconveniencing them a little bit, but yeah, we need to be ready regardless. One thing here is if it is wet, then we don't go, but they need to be ready in case the conditions are good enough. You know, they'll have it's 4:10 now, so we won't be going till sort of 6:30 anyway. So another couple of hours of sunshine. We could be dry and getting some more laps in, which is I wasn't too bothered about. We've got the rest of the week. The forecast the rest of the week looks pretty good. So I did 9 laps yesterday, so I'm definitely feeling it a little bit in my shoulders and neck. So probably I'll be lying if I said I wasn't looking forward to a little bit of a recovery day. But regardless, if we're going, I'm going. And what? Sorry?
Need a.
Okay, we're just doing a video. Yeah, so the boys take the bikes up. They get sort of safety checked every time before they go on track. They go up with the belly pan off, so the scrutineers can check everything's lot wide that needs to be. And I mean, the team's good anyway, but make sure nothing's going to fall off it, and all the safety lot wise where it should be. So yeah, the organisers must know something and expecting more sunshine for us to be even called up, because they generally wouldn't waste our time and everybody's time closing the roads and getting scrutineering done if they didn't think it was going to happen. So I need to actually need to sort my kit out because I haven't cleaned it since yesterday, or from yesterday. Helmet prep and things like that. I need visors to be prepared with fresh tear-offs and things. So I've got a little bit to do to make sure. A little bit of work to be done, and also silly things like just keeping hydrated, drinking water. I try and constantly keep flushing through and staying hydrated, and be ready really on standby just in case whatever comes. If we go, we go. If we don't, then at least I'm ready. So we'll see.
Kisses. Thank you.
Right, we're up here in the Holden area. It's day 2, 6:20. We've just had I think there's a short delay already. To be honest, the weather doesn't look too clever, so everyone's ready, bikes are ready up on the road, but we're just waiting for an announcement now from the clerk of the course to see what's going to happen. It's not the end, like the rest of the week the forecast looks good, so it's not too bad. If they can tonight, it is what it is, everyone's in the same boat, but we have to be here ready, and which we are, and then see what happens. But it'll definitely be a lot damper tonight than yesterday, so there won't be any crazy lap times. It will just be remembering bits of the course, maybe trying out a few things in the dry, good sections, but certainly a good recce lap, first one, just to get an eye in and see where he's wet. But it's definitely going to be a bit messy out there today. Well, yeah, no, all cancelled. The rain's come in, or showers have come in up the top of the course on the mountain. That's the downside of riding on and dealing, I suppose, with such a big circuit over such a large area. It's actually quite sunny here in Douglas in the paddock, but up on the top of the mountain there's quite a lot of cloud cover and rain's come in. So no practice tonight, which is kind of what I think everyone thought, but they have to put the effort in and have us ready. If they can go, then we will, and maximise any potential track time. But the forecast now for the rest of the week looks pretty good, so personally I'm not too bothered. It's obviously a little bit of an emotional roller coaster to kind of mentally and physically prepare to go out and be up there ready, all the kit ready, and you know the boys have been grafting all down the bikes, which I suppose relieves them a little bit tomorrow now, ready for tomorrow night's session. But yeah, it is what it is. That's what we're dealing with here, and it's definitely not unknown. It's quite common for this to happen. But yeah, so an early dinner tonight, I suppose. I'm going to get out my kit and chill, I suppose. We've got another half a day. You know, the roads won't close tomorrow till 6 p.m, so got tomorrow to kind of chill out again. And as I say, everything's pretty much ready. So that's it for today. Is what it is, I suppose. We'll there's plenty of practice left ahead of us before the racing starts, and yeah, there's enough. Anyway, I'm not bothered. We're in a pretty good place, I think. Tomorrow we'll get a new schedule released. Tomorrow we shouldn't have been on the Supersport bike, but tonight with tonight cancelled, they'll put a new schedule out with again both sessions. So I'll be out on both bikes and possibly an extended session to try and make up for what we've lost today. But it is what it is. We'll see, but I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Make sure you tune back tomorrow to find out how that practice and qualifying goes. Hopefully we can find a bit more time, find a little bit more speed in the bikes, and myself. You know, at the moment there's definitely more time to come from me than the bikes. But yeah, see you soon. Thanks for watching.